There are quite a few magazines in the rock metal genre, and one of them is Kerrang, which is the magazine that I did a big, extensive textual analysis on. It's a very good example of the type of magazine that I've created because it too provides content on rock and metal. Some good rock magazines are Rock Sound and Q, and both of these are very successful and good at representing the genre. For the metal genre of music, you have Decibel and Hammer. These magazines represent the very obvious, tough and crazy side of the metal genre of music. This is good for gaining an audience because this is the sort of lifestyle that many of the fans want. In the modern music magazine market, there are many magazines that only cover just one specific genre. For example, Rock Sound is specifically just for rock, and Classic Rock is specifically just for classic rock, and so on. My magazine, Thrash, will cover content on rock and metal genres of music, which is only successfully done by one other magazine, Kerrang. This shows that there is a gap in this market for a hybrid magazine that covers two different genres that will allow the reader to receive content on their favourite music genres without having to buy separate music magazines. After extensive research into the music magazine Kerrang, I've discovered that the most ideal audience for me to target my magazine at is around 16 to 25-year-olds. This is because they're the most common age group that listen to rock/metal music, and I've also discovered that a large majority of these genres and audiences are predominantly male. I aim to change this by providing equal content on both male and female artists. This will hopefully break the stereotype that these genres are dominated by the male sex. However, I have to consider that this may only be the primary audience. My magazine may also gain a secondary audience of older adults because it will contain content on older bands in the rock metal genre. There are many institutions in the modern British magazine industry, and some of them are smaller, such as Freeway Press Inc., that publish the magazine Rock Sound. There are also large institutions such as IPC Media and Bauer Music Group that have much more experience in targeting audiences and promoting magazines. This is why I've chosen to pitch my magazine to you, Bauer Music Group, not only because of the reasons I've said previously, but because you also publish Kerrang, which is the magazine that provides content on the same genre that Thrash aims to, rock and metal. This tells me that you have already established an audience in these genres, and that you can very easily promote my magazine in them. As you can see from the research page of my blog, I've done research into the visual styles of different genres of music magazine, most importantly rock and metal. I've discovered that many magazines contain a constant house style for their magazine. From this research, I've designed a unique house style for Thrash that will make it continuously recognisable when the audience sees it on the magazine stands. The rock and metal genres of music seem to always be represented as thuggish, tattooed men who take drugs and lead a crazy lifestyle. While I aim to carry on certain representations of the rock and metal genres, I also aim to create new ideologies. I hope to show that to the audience that the genres are not dominated by males and do not lead to unstable lifestyles. I hope to make these genres less condoned and more accepted by certain audiences. As I've said before, even though my magazine will follow many conventions, it will also subvert some and challenge certain ideologies about the rock and metal genres. Each week I will feature new and old bands, provide content on male and female artists, and show the many lifestyles that arise from these genres, whether they be bad or good. I think that Thrash will be a very successful music magazine in the current marketplace because it will publish content on artists and topics that other magazines wouldn't. I also feel that it will gain a large audience, not just males but also females, because of the diverse variety of content